Hello and welcome back. If you like these videos or want to learn more, be sure to subscribe and check out the tutorial playlist for more videos. Today we are going to go over how to create a new community and then get started setting it up with 3 basic departments. If you haven't already created an account for Lines Police CAD, be sure to check out the other videos on how to do that. My name is Scott, and let's jump right in and get started. After logging in, you will be brought to the new Communities page. At the top, you will see a message with a link to create your own community, or on the right side of the search bar, you will see a yellow button with a plus sign. You can click either of these to get started creating your own community. You will see a pop-up where you can enter some information around your community. Reminder that this can all be modified later as well. Start by adding your community banner. This is the first thing people will see when they are viewing your community. For the technical folks, ideally you want a 16:9 aspect ratio for this, so it looks great across all platforms. Enter your desired community name. Description, which can give people an idea of how to get started with your community, set some ground rules, or tell people what makes your community stand out. Next, set the privacy. Public means that anyone can search and view your community to request to join. In our new CAD system, community owners or admins need to approve join requests before anyone can join. This helps you control who can access your community, and if you find someone who continues to break your rules, you can kick them out for good. Privacy means that your community won't show up on any searches or when people are browsing communities. This might be if you only want people to join who have either an invite code or an invite link to your community. We recommend setting your visibility to public to start out with, but you can always change this later. Next, you can select which platform tags apply to your community. You can select as many as you like. This helps new players filter to find specific communities that might be for a single platform. For example, if you only run your roleplay server on PlayStation, then selecting PlayStation would help players find PlayStation-specific communities. As part of your free account, you can create up to 1 free community, but you can join as many as you like. We will go over how to join communities in another video. If you find that you have reached your free limit but want to create more, be sure to check out our pricing page where you can upgrade your account to unlock more features and create additional communities. For now, let's click Create Community. Cool, now that was created, let's go and take a look at it. So if you click on the Yours button on the Communities page, it will take us down to all of your communities. Or you can just scroll down the page. You can see the one I just created showing up. Let's click on that and then see how it looks. Great, so now we have our own community page. Since we set this to public, anyone can search and view our community. You can see our nice photo we added and the community name at the top. We also see the platform tag we used showing up, as well as when we first joined this community. Since I created this, I will be the only admin, so the things that I can do is different from what general community members can do. We built out an entire permissions platform where you can really fine-tune your community and grant people in your community special access. More on that in another video. Let's first take a look at a couple quick settings that you might find useful. The Settings button allows you to modify most of the details you set when you created your community. So things like community name, description, privacy, and platform tags. If you scroll down, there are some additional menus you can access, so be sure to check those out. Next, let's look at how to invite people. Having a community is fun, but it's a lot more fun if you have friends you can play with. We built out an entirely new invite system that gives you more control over how you generate invite codes and allows you to revoke the codes if it gets leaked. Click on the Invite button to get started. From here, you can generate new invite codes or view all your existing ones. Let's generate a new code. You can click Regenerate if you want a new random code, or you can enter your own. We do active validation to make sure it's a valid code and doesn't conflict with someone else's. You can set the expire after amount. There are a few options you can select from here, and the max number of uses. Then click Create Invite Code. This will show the invite code and also the share direct link. You can then share these with your friends, and they get approved access to your community. Okay, so we have a community, and we know how to share it, but how do we allow people to do things using departments? With our new CAD system, we focused on allowing you to create as many departments as you like. If you want to create 10 police departments, you can do that. If you want to create different civilian departments for things like sanitation or specific jobs, you can do that as well. Everything is fully customizable to fit any kind of community you can think of. So let's create our first department. Under Departments, click the Create First Department button or the Add button on the right. You can upload a specific department photo. Enter the department name. For this one, I'm going to create a civilian-type department. Description can be useful if you want to tell people more about that department or how to gain access. For now, I'll just leave that blank. Finally, visibility. You have a couple options here. Public means that anyone that is an approved member of your community can access this department. Think of this as departments that anyone can join. Probably like civilian roles or things that shouldn't require approvals. But for private, this means that the department is a bit more locked down. In order for your approved community members to access it, they will need to request to join and be approved by a community owner or admin. Think of these departments like maybe police or dispatch, where you don't want to give full access to every member. Since we are making a civilian department, let's set this to public. Okay, on to step 2. We have several templates you can choose from to finish building your department. Each of these has specific components that belong to that type of department. So if we click on the civilian template, we will see what things come with that department. They can create civilians, create vehicles, create firearms, and dial 911. Of course, you can customize these by deselecting any of the boxes. So maybe you want a non-firearm city where civilians cannot own firearms. Then you could deselect the firearms and they won't be able to register firearms at all. All of these can be modified later, so if you decide you want to enable or disable one of these, you can do that later. So since we want a civilian department, let's select the civilian template and we will just keep all the default options selected. Press Select and that will lock in the selected template. Now press Next to create and move to the third step. The third step is if you want to start adding members that should have access to this department. Since we created a civilian department that was public, we can just click Finish and move on. This would allow you to add some community members without them needed to request to join, just making things easier for you and more streamlined. So let's click Finish. You may need to do a quick page refresh for the department to show up. Some browsers prevent us from loading the new department automatically. And now you see the department we created. You now have a fully working civilian department for all your community members to use. If you want to edit the department settings, you can click on the pencil icon in the top right of the department card. From there, you can modify things like the department photo, department name, description, toggle on or off the components, and toggle the visibility. Or even delete that department if you no longer need it. Okay, now that you have the basics down, I'll quickly create a police department. Start by clicking the Add button, entering the department name, setting visibility to private, selecting the police template. We will just leave all of these checked, but you can see there is a lot of customization you can do with these departments. Press Select, then Next. Reminder here is where you could add members, but since I'm the only one in my community, it will add me by default. A subtle difference between the public and private departments is the lock symbol and the private text in the upper left corner of the department card. You can see that here. But since I created it, I have access to this department, but anyone else would need to request to join and be approved by an owner or admin of the community. Great! From here you can create as many departments as you need for your community. Departments help keep your community organized and also helps you coordinate members. If you have any questions, be sure to drop those in the comments below. As always, you can always contact us via our Contact Us page on the website. Be sure to subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching and we will see you in the next tutorial.